EJAY the DJ Walker Flock in this motherfucker Brick Squad and Monopoly, bitch.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your teacher,
EJAY the DJ.
Check. You know what it is. This your boy EJAY the DJ, man. This conversation with the DJ. Yep, I'm your host, EJAY the DJ. I got somebody that's in the building, man. That's legendary, man. If you don't know about hip hop, you gotta get in tune, man. If you know about the 2 Live crew, I need y'all to get your pens and pads together because we about to get busy. He been in the business for a long time, a lot of knowledge. We're gonna talk to him about his insight and what's going on. Got my boy Durty Boy in the building.
What's happening, EJ?
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I love it, man. Pleasure, man.
Oh man, it's an honor to sit with you because you know hip hop is on what 30 years of hip hop right now. So much been going on. A lot of things have transpired in hip hop in the last few weeks, and is ongoing. What's your interpretation of hip hop today?
I mean, I feel like we got to get back. We got to get back to the basics, man. I think we're losing a lot, man. We since the loss of my brothers, you know, I lost Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise, man. You know, to me, hip hop has changed a little bit. You know, we're getting too commercialized. We're not getting from the love of the music anymore. I want to get back to, you know, people loving the music, waking up. You don't have that. With the world being so digital, you don't have that aspect of waking up in the morning like I got to get down to the store to buy this new CD.
I agree with you with that, 100%.
So it's all gone.
And it's funny you said that because back in the days, music come out on Tuesdays. Now it's come out on Fridays.
Yeah.
So a lot had transpired. When you say it got too commercial, explain that.
I mean, everybody sounds the same. When you turn on the radio right now, the first 9 records sound like the same producer made it. And I'm just keeping it real. There's no more originality right now because you got, I mean, just keeping it real. Half of the execs that's in the industry now are like 19 to 21. So if they don't know what music is to be a musician, you know what I'm saying? So what they come out right now is if they say, oh, this is the hottest track in the country, I need 9 more tracks like that. Yeah. So now you got 9 clones. You don't have nobody original. So when I look at original, I look at artists like Prince.
Okay.
And the difference between Prince and Michael Jackson, they was a totally different brand.
I love it.
You couldn't understand. If you listen to Prince and listen to Michael Jackson, they did the same song. You scratch your head like y'all. You don't have your own individuality, and that's what I want to get back to.
Why do you think the business went that way? Because I agree with you saying 100%. Yeah. Why do you feel like everybody's going commercial and having the same sound?
Because they lazy. That's what it is. That's just keeping it real.
Listen.
Lazy.
Stop being lazy if you tuned in right now. We know. Stop being lazy. Like creativity is what wins the game. Now I agree with you with that. When you first got into the business, how was that? Like, what's your first interpretation when you first got into the business until today?
When I first got into the business, it was more of a drive. It was a more hunger. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You had to get out there. You had to get out there and do the guerrilla mafia. Now most days, these artists get out here, they'll post their stuff on YouTube. It's like my mama used to say, it's like taking a noodle and trying to throw it up against the wall, hope it sticks.
You're right.
That's basically what the industry has turned to. There's nobody out there. Like, I was talking to my assistant who was riding around coming up to the venue. It was like, we're used to seeing the posters and banners hanging outside before you get up to the club now. Yeah. Now you just got to hope somebody hand out some flyers and it's a word of mouth.
That's interesting. I get that a lot. You know, I talk to a lot of people and I want to get flyers. They don't get flyers. Flyers are so late, so out of tune. And I'm like, I disagree with that because I feel like that one-on-one presentation, I feel like marketing, you got to see it at least 5 times before you start believing in it.
Absolutely.
So if I see the name or see the venue a few times, if I see it out when I'm in the club or see it on TV, if I see it outside, I see it on driving, after a while it's going to stick in my head to, what is this? I want to see what it's about. Yeah, so I think that marketing strategy still works, especially here in Atlanta. You still see artists having billboards. Some artists have mascots, and you start seeing the difference between the identity of the artist when they have more marketing materials behind them. Yeah. So I definitely agree with you with that.
Yeah, for sure. It's just different, man. You know, when you go, I go to different markets and outlets. Like, everybody that's surrounded around me keeps me more focused on what the industry from. Like, my assistant, she's from Memphis. Okay. My right hand partner that helped me start my label. He's in Colorado. So we're getting music. I'm getting music ears from everybody. You know, they'll tell me, hey, this might work in my city. This might work in my city. So I mean, it's just you gotta put in the work and don't be lazy.
Where you originally from?
I was born in Jamaica, Mondeville, Jamaica.
Oh, Jamaica.
Yeah.
I like Jamaica. Shout out to everybody in Jamaica, man.
Man.
Yeah. Well, when you came to the United States, you was born in Jamaica.
15. I came when I was 15 years old. I lost my twin brother. We came here when I was 15 years old.
Sorry to hear that.
I was raised in Miami.
Okay.
And then I came to Tampa, and then I've been here.
So you moving around for a while.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What's the name of your record label?
My label is Block Runners Entertainment.
Block Runners Entertainment.
Yeah. So I was working with Empire, UMM, and Maverick Global Distribution. I've been working with a lot of people. Everybody's just been putting their hands in the project. And
How do you feel Empire has helped you?
I mean, they done what they were supposed to do. Like I'm just still a workhorse. Like I tell everybody, I don't wait for the label.
Yeah.
I don't wait for anybody. I'm gonna get out there and grind. I'm gonna make that noise to make you see that and believe in the project. Because I always tell everybody, my biggest thing is if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you.
Amen.
So my grind, I always tell people how I perform on stage is how I'm in the streets. My grind is impeccable. When I get out there, you gotta work.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta work.
I love it. Describe having a label nowadays, like, because a lot of people say a major label is not important. As you being a label owner, describe it to the people that's like looking to start a label or get signed to a label. Describe it in your own words.
Well, I tell everybody this: having your own label is good. You know what I'm saying? But you become a number when you're with a major.
Yes.
Like if you don't sell a certain amount of units, and the industry is a popularity contest.
Yes, it is.
If you're popular, your record's gonna sell. If you ain't popular, then they're gonna move on to the next artist. Being an independent label, you can put out your record when you want to.
That's a good thing.
You can determine when you what you want to market and how you want to propose it, and you don't have to really worry about what nobody say.
Yeah,
and you can take more chances to see how you're gonna do it. So.
And the most important thing, if you don't know, is direct sales. Yeah. If you don't know, like, you don't gotta worry about DSP. Cut the DSP out and go direct to sales, and that's get you more money. So you think about it, $10 a copy of an EP or $5 a copy EP at 10,000 people, you start making money. You get 100,000 people at $5. You in the right lane. Yeah. So you think about it, you got to have some strategies out here. As being in the game for so long, what's some strategies that you use besides the guerrilla marketing that you used back in the days to today? Because the industry has changed so much, and we in the digital era. But what strategy that you use to like keep propelling yourself to keep growing?
I'm still on the 95% business, 95% hype, 5% business. I believe in doing stuff like a lot of people think it's crazy, but it worked. Like we do, I call them flashbangs. Like I go in the mall with 60, 70 people that I know. When you started a new project, a lot of artists don't know that. That's how the NSYNC boys and Backstreet and all those guys did it. You take 60, 90 people into a busy mall and you go into one of your clothing stores and you're doing an art. Because artists, I'm gonna tell you, all the artists out there, get back to meeting with your fans and your family. Start signing autographs again. You don't see any artists, no major artists, nobody that's getting out there one-on-one with their fans anymore. Facts. Everybody's too Hollywood now. Yeah,
I definitely agree with you with that. And that's one thing that I disagree with the industry, where everybody being Hollywood and everybody looking at the end result, but they don't understand the medium in between. Yeah. Like you got to work. And I always tell artists, pitch your best foot forward, work hard, understand the business, because that's really important, because a lot of this is based off business and relationships. And like, if you got no relationships or got no business, where you going? Where's the direction at?
For sure.
What's your interpretation of DJs now?
DJs are the most important things to have in the game. If you don't have a DJ, you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just the opposite. It should be DJs than the entertainers, because once I come up with the creativity, you got to give it to somebody to deliver it. Yeah. So that they're going to deliver it to the crowd. They're going to deliver it to the artists. A lot of DJs I know, that's how I test my records. I walk up to them and be regular clothes, be like, "Hey man, play this record. Tell me what you think about it."
Got you.
And then
I do that too.
They rock it.
Yeah,
and then I come back later and say, that's me you playing. And
got you.
Like, so it's good.
That's dope. That's dope. I do that a lot in the club too. I play independent artist music a lot, and I just play music in the club. So much is going on, right? What's your thoughts on the industry now with all the black artists getting locked up? I
mean, that it's starting to be a trend. It's just too much. Like I said, and again, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. They're cloning us. And when I mean they're cloning us, like if Lil Baby's hot, yes, and I'm gonna use him for an example because I like his music, everything he do. You're gonna have 9 Lil Babies because everybody gonna sound like him. Agreed. So if he get in trouble, the other ones who copycatted him feel like they got to get in trouble in order to keep their resume hot like his. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What the one man eat don't make me shit. I'm not finna goddamn go to jail because you went to jail. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they doing right now. Yeah. They're just cloning us all, and they making us look like you got to do this to make it. And I disagree with that. I don't feel like I got to put on lipstick and a dress to be number one in the game.
I'm cool on that.
And that's what they do.
I'm cool on that.
Everybody got to
That's not happening. I'm not putting no lipstick on, no dress. We not doing that. That's not happening.
Sure.
No way. How you have you been to a Diddy party before?
Hell no.
I had to ask that.
Look,
I had to ask that. Let's have to ask that.
Listen, it's funny. It's funny because it's a group I produced that's actually was signed to Diddy. It was called B5. It was
okay. I know about B5. Yeah,
it was originally from St. Pete.
Yeah,
so they was the TNT boys back in the day. Nah, I ain't do no Diddy parties, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Hey, just because I rock with 2 Live.
No, listen.
I'm just playing.
I'm still a Diddy fan. I rock with Diddy. You know, Diddy has some legendary parties.
Yeah,
that's why I asked.
Yeah,
like I don't know about the after parties, but the regular parties was legendary.
I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's still a black man. I ain't gonna tear him down for what he's doing. That's what he do on his personal business. That's his business. Because I tell people like this, and I'm gonna look at the camera to let y'all understand how serious I am about this. Y'all forgetting about who you helping? The Playboy Mansion. He did the same thing Diddy did.
Yep.
Only difference is Diddy black and he got caught.
And same thing with the dude from Abercrombie and Finch.
Oh, absolutely.
Like he gave him a bell for $10 million, and this is so much been going on. That's why I said, man, listen, you a black artist, man, keep your nose clean.
Yep, really.
Understand your paperwork, learn the business, because like if you don't, the odds is against you. Like you can learn the business, but be smart about it and make sure you trend and be ahead. When you performing, what could people expect to see?
High energy. I'm not the artist that walks back and forth. I'm not coming to the show to rap on top of my songs. So, because I feel like you pay money to hear the songs, you know what I sound like on CD. You want to hear me live. So I'm bringing that live aspect back to hip hop, because you know what I'm saying. I'm a cross between giving you the energy what Pop give you on stage and what Luke and 2 Live gave you on stage.
I love that.
Yeah. So
I think that's so dope, because I think that element of performing, giving a performance, works longer and works much better. I think that gives the edge of things and have it grow. Yeah. So I like that a whole lot. Like for real. Like, is there anybody you want to work with?
I mean, as far as all the entertainers out there, like I said, again, I would love to work with like Lil Baby. I would love to work with you know what I'm saying? I've worked with some of the industry best. I would love to work with Uncle Snoop. You know what I'm saying? I've worked with the Lynch Mob.
How was that?
Worked with JT. Oh, it was a blessing, man. We got a video out right now. It's called Yeah, We Got That. It was the last record that we did with Fresh before he passed. Okay. It was the Lynch Mob, JT Money, Fresh Kid Ice, and myself. It's called Yeah, We Got This. All on all platforms now. So,
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So much has been going on, right?
Yeah.
And what, as you working with the Lynch Mob, what have you learned from that experience?
I learned that, you know what I'm saying, we all got different cultures and stuff like that, but we all put on our pants the same way. You know what I'm saying? We learn. It's good to learn under legends, because legends teach you what doors not to walk down, and what streets. I've been blessed enough to work with some of the industry's best to say, hey, you know, I've already done this. Okay. And I want to learn from them. You can't tell me if you sold 7 records anything about the industry.
I agree with that.
I need somebody that's already been through it, been through the war, been through the storm, and they're going to tell you the right thing. So that's what I look for, is to learn. And I learn from everybody. As soon as I meet them, I learn something from them, and then I go off of my spirit, and then I rock.
I like that. Success leave clues. If you don't know, success leave clues. That's super important. As you coming up, right? Like, not coming up, but the year's almost over. It's the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
2025 is approaching. What could we expect from you?
Well, just to let y'all know, live here on the EJAY DJ, my new album is coming out. It's called The Last of the Best. Okay. And basically, I'm giving you everything. Because I'm Caribbean, I got reggae music on there. I got the trap songs, the club songs. I'm giving you everything. I don't want you not to have, because I want to get back to when you could put the I might date myself, but when you put the CD in the goddamn track, and then you could play the whole thing.
I like that.
So I don't want you to be like, everybody ain't gonna like everything. You know what I'm saying? I do party music because I come from the party era. Okay. But I still got my West Coast records because I was raised up under West Coast people. I love that. I still got my up north records because half of my clique and my team is from New York. I love it. So everybody's teaching me how to grow into their market. So
got you. How many tracks do you have on that album?
The new album's gonna have 17.
17 tracks. Yeah. And which out of the 17 tracks, which your single?
The single right now is Big Step. I got 2 singles that's currently out. Okay. Yeah. The 2 singles that's currently out right now is Super Thick, and Super Thick is a 2024 version of Hoochie Mama. If everybody remember the Hoochie Mama with that Two-Live Crew, ain't nothing but a Hoochie Mama. So we did Super Thick, and that we dropped that just to let people know I was coming.
Yeah.
But the record that we really got putting legs behind is Big Stepper, because it's a mix between Caribbean and hip hop. It's a smash.
I like
and
that.
It's giving them that respect to Bar Marley and all of the family back there. And so we just doing something to have fun again.
Now that's good. Out of 17 tracks, how do you pick your production, and who the producers on that?
I just now started working with different producers. I've always produced all of my tracks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm a producer. You know what I'm saying? I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
Well,
you want all the money.
Yeah.
You want all the money.
Yeah, I've been doing graphics and stuff like that. But I was raised that way. I got a Caribbean mother, so it was just like she said, if somebody else can't do it, you do it.
Facts.
And then nowadays, I get to the point of I hear this word before I see your work. I hear, hey, man, what's your budget? What's your work?
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? I hear that all the time. I'm like, I got a budget to handle whatever. I was like, I have a studio. I have a print shop.
Yeah.
I did all that because I got tired of hearing, what's your budget? What's your budget? You know
when I'm happy you said that. We're going to go back to we're going to talk about the album in a second, but just because you brought that up, what's the first thing come to mind when a stranger, somebody you don't know nothing about them, you haven't seen no work, but the first thing they say is, what's your budget? What's your thought?
Scam. I'm still being real, because I think, like, you know what I'm saying. But first of all, when somebody asks me what's my budget, I say, what's your resume? What have you done lately? To be honest, because you can't tell me, I can get you signed to 7 different radio stations. I'm gonna hook you up with all the DJs. I know all the DJs personal, and then I can walk up to EJ the DJ myself. You want me to give you $3,000 to go walk up to him? I'd rather give him that $3,000 straight.
See, I brought that up for a reason, because that's something that happens a lot, not just in Atlanta, not just in New York City, but everybody always talking about what's your budget.
Yeah.
But then, can they actually give you real results? Can they guarantee you results?
For sure.
And that's the biggest thing. That's why I asked that question, because I like to get an understanding why do you people say that? Like me personally, I never say what's your budget. I say let's sit down together and see what we could do together, and let's see if I can help you, you can help me, we work with each other, and I'll let them know things will cost, but it won't be like too strenuous on your pockets. Because if I tell somebody I got $3,000, first thing they're gonna say is, but what I charge is $3,000, and knowing they only probably charge $49.99.
Yeah.
So it's just something to think about. Artists out there and people out there doing business with people, be careful with what you're doing, how you do it, because that's really important.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You got to lock in, be careful with who, everybody ain't got your best interests.
They don't.
Like my team, say my sister, even down to my mother, man, she rest in peace. She used to always tell me, don't let everybody pray for you. And don't everybody can't pray over you, pray for you. And don't with the budget thing, you just gotta watch people, man. Everybody don't have the good intentions for you.
I agree.
And everybody ain't willing to grind the way you grind. My biggest quote that I always say, when God say move, be the motion. And I've always been that motion. So.
I like that.
Yeah.
Nah, that's definitely dope. Cause we talked about the budget, that was cool. I'm gonna finish talking about the album.
Yeah.
How you distributing it? You got it on all different digital platforms, DSPs?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's coming out globally right now. It's gonna be out worldwide on all of the distribution outlets. And I'm still going back to, I told you, I'm still old school. I'm going back to the Guerrilla Mafia. So when I come to your city, it's still gonna be CDs. We still trying to go into the stores that's gonna take it. We're doing the digital card.
That's good. Honestly, like vinyl's still selling.
Yeah,
like a lot of people think vinyl's not selling. That's a hot commodity right now,
and it's definitely coming back and forth.
Yeah,
everybody, every DJ I've met back home is requesting vinyl now.
I ain't gonna lie, because I got some CDJs back in New York. I was gonna bring them down here. Not CDJs, some 1200s turntables. So I was gonna bring it down here and just get that sound, because that vinyl sound crisp.
Yeah,
that sound you can't find that sound nowhere else.
Yeah, like
the CDs is cool, MP3s is cool. It mimics it, but it don't sound as good as that vinyl.
For real, that
vinyl sounds fantastic. Especially if you nice next to the house setting, put that vinyl on and let it rip. So I definitely agree with you with that. You got any tour dates coming up?
Yeah, man, we're getting ready to start. Everything is gonna kick in on the 2025.
2025.
Yeah, we're really getting ready to campaign that. What I'm doing is we're getting ready to shoot the video for Big Stepper.
Okay.
And the video for Super Thick. So y'all get ready. I'm trying to get into the city. It's gonna be a party vibe again. I just want to bring that vibe so when I come to your city, you automatically know we're gonna party.
Nah, I love it. Like so much is happening. Where you originally at right now? Like where you based out of your studio and everything?
I'm in Tampa right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm down in the city of that hurricane just came and smashed me. But
how is living in Tampa with hurricanes coming every season? Because every season you have hurricane season. How is it living out there? Like what's the day to day?
I'm a Florida boy, so I'm used to it. You used to the rain and the wind and stuff. It's just like everybody got. You go some places they deal with snowstorms. You go to some places they deal with tornadoes. But hurricanes.
I think that's like a snowstorm and a hurricane is like two different levels because you got to have insurance on that. Yeah. You got floods, and if y'all do flood, y'all get alligators like walking around. Alligators at your back door. You might have it in your basement. You might have snakes out there.
Well, you get alligators walking up to your door regardless.
So how do you deal with that? So like you can't even get drunk right out there.
Yeah,
like, I would hate to get drunk and stumble home.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta know where you live at. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
And a lot of places where you move at, like in my community, they got these man-made lakes. These people putting these alligators and fishes in the pond and stuff like that. They wasn't absolutely just chilling there waiting for you to build houses around them. They put them in there. It's supposed to be a part of the property value, make everything look good. But when one of the kids get bit, or the dog get ate, then they want to cry. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. I'm Caribbean. Ain't none of my Haitian brothers eat no dogs and cats. Y'all stop calling me with that shit.
Yo, I'm about to ask you that, man. What's your interpretation? What's going on right now with the presidency? You don't got to dig too deep into it.
I mean, I'm military, so you know what I'm saying. I'm getting ready to retire, so I really don't. I don't get into it because I know the bigger picture. People don't understand that the president is here, but the people who make the decision is in your Congress.
Is the Congress and the Senate.
People, that's who you need to be paying attention to.
And I think that everybody's focusing on Kamala, everybody's focusing on Trump, but nobody's focusing on the Congress and the Senate. Yeah. Nobody's talking about them people, the judges and everything. This is why we going through all this nonsense with the YSL case.
Yeah,
all this with the Diddy case. Diddy can't get bail. Like Thug is going through what he's going through. Yeah. Now we got Dirt going through it now in LA. And I think that we got to see it from a whole people. We got to start voting for stuff that makes sense. Congress, the Senate, the judges. That's really important because our community centers don't be doing much for us, and they get a lot of money for the community. A lot of money to spend with the community, and they don't because we don't show up to none of these senators, these hearings. We don't show up to none of them.
I'm glad you talked about that because back in our city right now, you know what I'm saying. When we went through that hurricane, we had families, millions of people out of power for 7 plus days or more, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it's like now you damn near have to beg FEMA for help. Wow. So you got people that are still out there, and then you wonder why you see so many homeless. It ain't because they didn't want to work. It's because when COVID hit, people lost a lot.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Now the hurricane hit. We just got hit by 2 hurricanes back to back.
I see that.
So it's just like you can't adjust from one. Yeah. Now you getting adjusted from. Now you got to adjust from the major one. So it's just like you need the help, and it's just important everybody get out there and vote. Make sure your vote count because a lot of people say they're not gonna vote because they don't want. I got friends that say I ain't voting for Kamala because she's a woman. I like you stupid. I
just don't like that. I don't like that interpretation of a black woman. Like we got to really understand our black woman is our queens, and we was raised by a black woman, and a black woman behind us. Real talk, we go up. Like we always go up. So like I'm a firm believer of that. I believe any black woman behind a successful man, every successful man is a black woman. So I do believe that wholeheartedly. So I think we got to really understand the narrative that's being pushed out there and make a great decision based off what you believe in and what you stand for, but not just what you think. Because a lot of stuff a narrative is being twisted, and I think that shit is uncool right now, especially with folks not voting and not understanding why they not voting. They saying, "Oh, Kamala not doing this." Like, end of the day, do your research. Yeah. Like for real. Like, and that's really important. And when I say do your research, if you don't understand, reach out to somebody. If you need more research to understand that, I can help you. Like, if you need to look me up, hit me on Instagram. because I don't know but so much, but I know enough to where to research at. If I don't know, I know people that work in Congress or that could help put in the right direction to read and understand, because I feel like that's super important.
Yeah, man, because, I mean, you got to understand, at the end of the day, the most important thing that I always tell everybody is, like you said, know your research. Know your research, because it might people don't understand. You're voting because, I'm going to vote for this man because he did this, or I don't like Kamala. I'm like, a lot of people don't understand the vice president don't make decisions.
Yeah.
And you're stuck on well, she didn't do this. Well, you got to understand. I tell people like this. We've had about 1,000, and this might be exaggerated, 1,000 men presidents. Let's try something different.
I agree with that.
It might work.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say it on your show.
I think it will work. I think it will work if we just take our time and try something different, like you said.
Yeah.
Everybody, shout out to everybody that keep thinking that, Trump was the reason why we got those stimulus checks.
Man,
that was something with Congress. That was something with Congress passed that bill, and he just had to sign off for it. Yeah. And I think people don't realize like how deep it go, because Biden actually had one as well, but he didn't put his name on it.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that we got to really understand, and that's why I said like this music is much deeper than what's going on. And if you want to start stuff to change, especially in the hood, you want things to change, we got to change.
Yeah, for real,
real spill.
Yeah, you definitely have to change. I mean, that's the reason why I'm so hard on going back to putting out real music again, because music is timeless.
Yeah.
So where were you when you heard this? So that's why I'm very big on when you're dealing with relationships and you're dealing with certain things in your life, I try to write what I go through.
Yeah, I like that.
So somebody else might learn from it. You know, if you write the real,
give us
people gonna know.
Not to cut you off, give us a scenario, some things that you write that people that have went through that you could help them get through.
I mean, relationship things. You go through loving somebody, and you can't get what you want at that time, but you still gotta, you work hard towards it and believe in yourself. Don't pull yourself out the game because you think that you can. You know what I'm saying? People pull themselves out because they like I can't reach it.
I get you. Yeah. What's some relationship advice or tips that you could give to a young man right now that's tuned in?
First, bro, you gotta love yourself.
Amen.
When you love yourself, then other people can see that you love yourself, that you can love them. And then when you tell a person you love them, you mean it. Don't you know what I'm saying? You have to be men. We too busy. I still see a lot of brothers still being boys, but they claim they're men. But you got to be a man. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get everything you want. You're not gonna get every yes you want.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like with every 10 no's, I'm gonna get a yes eventually.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
You know, you just got to be patient, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I get it, man. Like, listen, it gave y'all some good gems right now, some good advice, and I hope y'all like take that in, understand what's going on, because it's real. It's real out here.
Yeah.
2024 fourth quarter is happening right now. It's happening right now. Any last minute words you want to give to the world?
Man, just look out for all of the artists, man. You know what I'm saying, and the families at home. Put your hug your kids, get around your kids again. I tell all the dads to be dads again. All the moms, keep doing what you're doing, man. And let's just change the narrative, man. I want to get away from seeing all of our young black artists and just artists, period. They ain't got to really do with color with me, but just artists, period, going to jail.
Facts.
Yeah, so with that being said, man, the last of the best is coming 2025, man. Okay. And the reason why I titled it that, because I want you to get back to when you used to love, you hear Tupac and Biggie and all the great artists like that. I want to take music back to that and just people having a good time and don't have to worry about going to the club. I got to worry about my ops shooting at me tonight.
Oh, don't forget to let them know where they can find you at too. That's important.
Oh, yeah. You can find me on everything on social media at I Am Be Durty. Durty stands for Don't Underestimate Real Talent. You heard. That's I Am Be Durty. And then if you can't find that, all you got to do is look up blockrunnersentertainment.com and you'll find me everywhere.
Man, you heard it first, man. You know what it is, man. We just wrapped up a great conversation, man. It's EJ the DJ, conversation with the DJ, D Durty. Listen, he gave you some good gems, man. I hope y'all in tune, get some notes. Make sure you get his album. Make sure you follow him. Make sure you tap in with him, because this is important, right? We pushing this narrative forward because right now music is universal and we keeping it going. Tell a friend. Until next time.